Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today I am looking at a Red Dragon combo deck. This is again Alchemy, so I apologise if you hate it, but honestly it's worth a try. And the beauty of this deck is it only really requires one new rare from the Alchemy set, or one set of 4, which is this card, and this is what the deck is built around. Wrathful Red Dragon. So it's a 5-costing 5/5 dragon with flying. Whenever a dragon you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target that isn't a dragon. So, obviously, if we have dragons in combat with their creatures, we're going to get to do some damage to their face regardless of whether they block or not. That's kind of nice to have in this deck. What we're really trying to do is sweep the board with damage and have enough dragons out to finish them off. So, the other dragons that we are playing, because we need plenty of dragons down for this effect to be worthwhile, is Manaform Hellkite. So this one is got quite a little bit of play in some decks, but you don't see that often. It's a 4-costing 4/4 flyer. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX Red Dragon illusion creature with flying and haste, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. So the reason we're casting this is A, it creates more dragons for our wrath effects to hit more dragon creatures, and that basically will add up the damage that we get off of Wrathful Red Dragon. So these two are kind of a combo in themselves once we've got a sweeper to cast. For Town-Razer Tyrant, just because it's a very good red dragon. We won't talk any more about that, you've seen it in loads of decks. 2 Moonveil Regents is 4/4 that allows us to basically draw a few more cards. The reason this is nice is that because we're playing Fearsome Whelp, which is a ramping dragon, I'll come to in a second, but this reduces the cost of dragons by 1, and this can be reduced all the way down to 1, whereas these are double red, so they can't. So I quite like it for that. If you end up with a Whelp down for a long time, this can become a very cheap card. And typically you only want to play it when your hand's emptying, because you don't want to be discarding your hand to draw until it's nearly empty or empty. So it's often one of the last dragons you play, so you can often have it reduced all the way down to 1 before you do that, which is nice. Fearsome Whelp is our ramp card, so this is flying and haste, and at the beginning of your upkeep, each dragon in your hand perpetually gains this spell, costs 1 less to cast. So obviously if we've got 2 dragons in our hand, this is saving us 2 mana each turn, 3 mana each turn. It's a massively great card. It's basically a must remove for the opponent, given the amount of dragons we're running. Other dragons in the deck are, we have 2 Swashbuckler Extraordinaire. So this is an uncommon from the new set. It's a 3-costing 2/2 Dragon Rogue Warrior. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, so it sort of ramps us as well. So it's another dragon that gives us some ramp, which is the main reason for playing it. But it also has this extra ability of whenever you attack, you may sacrifice 1 or more treasures. When you do, up to that many target creatures gain double strike until end of turn. So it can be a sneaky little win con in itself by giving one of our flying 4/4s or 5/5s double strike to finish off the opponent. So we're also running 2 of this Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind. So this is a 3-costing mana rock that adds red. If that mana is spent on a dragon creature, it gains haste until end of turn. So again, it can be quite a sneaky way for us to finish off the game. Giving the Wrathful Red Dragon haste and swinging means we're guaranteed a bunch of damage. It's either 5 because we hit them in the face, or whatever they block it with, we're guaranteed to the face. So it sort of turns, it sort of itself is a little bit of a burn almost, because it gives us that advancement on being able to attack with these creatures. Now to the core of the deck. We are running 5 sweepers. So we're running 3 of Conductive Current, which is triple red for a Conductive Current deals 3 damage to each creature. Choose an instant or sorcery in your hand. It perpetually gains, if the spell would do non-creature damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much plus 2 instead. So this is a 3 damage to each creature, which is great with our Wrathful Red Dragon and all of our dragons. It also buffs our other non-creature spells to do more damage. Which can be helpful because we can obviously do damage to our own creatures with our burn spells, which is nice. So burn down the house deals 5 damage to each creature or planeswalker, so a slightly bigger version of Conductive Current, with a second option to create devils, which does occasionally get used. And then we are running a burn package of 2 Abrade, 4 Dragon's Fire and 2 Molten Impact. The reason I'm running Abrade and Dragon's Fire is Dragon's Fire is obviously amazing in this deck because it deals at least 4 and often 5 damage to a creature instantly. Can be even add 2 onto that, so it can do up to 7 damage with a 2 for 2 mana at instant speed, which if we do to our own dragon is 7 damage burn spell for 2, in other words 7 damage to the opponent's face for 2, or it's just a brilliant removal. Abrade, because there are a couple of artifacts in Alchemy that are painful for this deck to play against. One is the Cosmos Elixir, which is buffed in Alchemy, and 2 is the Key to the Archive, because ramping control decks will beat us if they manage to put that on turn 4 and we don't have a way of removing it. We're then running 2 Molten Impacts to give a bit of extra big removal. The main reason for this card is for life-gaining creatures such as Righteous Valkyrie, pretty much exclusively, but there's a few other life-gain creatures that we don't want around. So on small life-gain creatures such as Prosperous Innkeeper, this could be a 2-for-1 because the damage will roll over, and on Righteous Valkyrie it does remove it. 1 Spikefield Hazard just to get our land count up to 25 and just give us 1 extra instant can be helpful when we've got the Manaform Hellkite to create the extra dragon and things for sweeping, etc. So that is the deck. There's quite a few sort of interplaying combos in the deck, and you know, basically the main thing here being that if we cast Burn Down the House when we have Manaform Hellkite open, if we have a Wrathful Red Dragon down as well, we're going to have 2 dragons plus the 1 that gets created for the non-creature spell. It's then going to do 5 to each of those, so we're going to get 15 damage to the opponent's face just by casting Burn Down the House, as well as obviously sweeping the board. Obviously it does sweep our own creatures, so we tend to only use it as a finisher, but in a case where the opponent's got a better board than us, it does 15 to face and sweeps all their stuff out, or most of it. So this is a very good card in terms of finishing the game for us or levelling the board. The decks that we struggle against are life gain decks. I think any mono red deck struggling against life gain, particularly if they're running the either Trelasara or the other spirit that gets bigger each time you gain life, because they can quickly get out of range of our spells to kill. Obviously with the Dragon's Fire we can do a decent amount, but if we don't do it quick enough they can get out of range, so prioritise killing those. And also we can struggle against certain controlling matchups, particularly if they're running Vanishing Verse. Obviously as a monocoloured deck, Vanishing Verse is pretty punishing if we drop a 4-drop on turn 4 and they remove it for 2 mana. So those are the kind of things that we can struggle against, but in general I've been having good fun, good success with the deck, so I'm going to play a whole bunch of games today. As you'll see, the video is quite a long one, to try and show you the different scenarios that we can run into and how the deck can cater for them. So I hope you enjoy. Let's have some games. I just removed 2 Smouldering Egg, as I don't actually think they do anything in this deck, and added 2 of the, what is the card called? Swashbuckler Extraordinaire, which is a 3-costing dragon. It's a 2/2 that creates a treasure when it comes into play. I've done the same again of keeping this hand with a Whelp and no other dragons, but now we've got 2 more that could even count as some form of win con, because they can sacrifice a treasure when you attack and give a creature double strike. So even if we've only got 1 dragon down like last time, having double strike is nice. A little bit late, Town-Razer Tyrant, but we can use your Dragon's Fire ability on whatever life game payoff is about to come down. Possibly a Trelasara. Or a Righteous Valkyrie. That's enough of a pain in the ass. Thankfully they didn't have a snakeskin bear or anything behind that. This is the other one I was just talking about. Yeah. Give them a Town-Razer to deal with. Gives us something that can stick on the board in case we have to Conductive Current. It's dangerous leaving these life-gainy things out here, because 1 Spirit of the Blessed or Trelasara goes to 4 toughness and then we can't kill it with Conductive Current. Gonna have to sweep this board if they don't put a player plan. Ooh, that's an interesting one. At least we can kill Jet, yeah? No more land, eh? We'll leave that back because we could get a good block with Dragon's Fire killing Jetmir. Depends what happens, but they could think they've got good attacks. Nope. Never mind. Just drawing another creature that I'd like to reduce the cost of before I sweep away my own whelp, but it's more important to get rid of all those life gainers, I think. Abrade now does 5 damage. God, I'm struggling to build land, eh? $13 and only 3. I'm only running 25 because of the cost reduction effects. Voice of the Blessed. This does 5 damage, so really? Guess I'll have my 4/4 back. Okay. That's a fair usage. God, I've not drawn the lands, but I've got the Manaform. I'm just hoping they can't get the Voice of the Blessed above 5 toughness before I deal with it. Okay, 2 of them now. Really not drawing lands. Okay, we'll have to block. Yeah, that's a good block. Where are the living hell are all my lands? I mean, if we play this out, we can present lethal next turn, because one the Dragon's Fire or Abrade on the Phantom. Gives us 2 little dudes and no flying blockers. But God, that was a painful game. I mean, this deck is perfect against these small creature decks, which is why it's been successful, I think, because Conductive Current and Burn Down the House are so good against them. But without drawing any lands, it's just a real slow grind to get there. But we can get there. Okay, next game. I'm just going to count on that I will draw 1 land, and then we can be good. You know what that means. Abrade and Burn Down the House. They're like, what? Uh-oh. It's not coming, is it? Plan B. We wait until they've got 5 lands down, then we draw our 3rd land, and then we just try to keep up all game. Yeah, that was a good plan B. We're going to stick with it. It's having to tap nothing with its Kaleen because we've got nothing. Well, at least that is, they played into the 1 card they can see of mine that I can do something with. Unless they've got a Spell Pierce. Yeah, that was an interesting play. Better than the Celestial Staff. Maybe they don't know what Abrade does. Ledger Shredder. Didn't expect that. I wonder why. I can't counter. Could have put one of my 4 costing dragons down, but I'm spoilt for choice. Guess Manaform, it's a combo piece, sort of. But Town-Razer's pressure, isn't it? Threaten one. Which colour do we not want? Probably white more important to them. As they've already cast their blue spell. And that's the one that I don't want. Okay. Thing is, at least we've got the value out of it. Got more blue but not more white. That could sit there doing some damage for a while, couldn't it? Got to draw a land now. Got to draw a land. What is happening today? I don't understand. Do I need to play 27 lands? Maybe. I mean, we could remove... I don't know. I don't know what to remove. Turning a Abrade into a Spikefield Hazard. It's just... Abrade is so much more helpful with these. Being able to target your own stuff. What's happening here? Got a coma coming back, eh? Oh. Can get rid of that. I thought they might cancel it. Sacking their 1 white source. Oh, come on. What absolute garbage this is. You have to laugh. I'm getting close to my combos there. So if we can get Manaform down, that'll give us 4 creatures Conductive Current, which is 12 damage. Just need to get a little bit of damage. More than a little bit. Okay. Well, I'm getting some damage, unless they kill the Wrathful Red Dragon. What is the Foretell? The elf spell that brings back a creature, whatever that is. Blah, blah, blah. Could bring this shit back, couldn't it? Yeah. Ooh. Let's attack with this. Interesting. So, I reckon we got one more turn in us, but let's I could be proven wrong. Even like a Toxrail doesn't finish me or anything like that. I'm trying to think what Sweeper would do me in. Or counter. If one of those is a counter, we're in trouble. I haven't got enough to cast, so I only got 6, I kind of needed 7. So we've got 9, 10, 11, so if we cast this and they counter it, we get a 3/3, puts us up to 14. Would they be running counters in this deck? So I really just need to attack with... I guess I can't block this Junji regardless. I think I might have overthought this, as they're not no priority stick. It just depends if they can counter this. No, they can't. GG. What were those? Doomscars. They just didn't have the white mana for it. So that the Town-Razer on that white early on, that did make a difference. Okay, next game. Kind of got a 2-3-4 curve. Got the Copper Dragon without the thing to make it cheaper, which puts it at not that useful. But I can't well, I guess I've got some ramp. Can't complain too much about this. Like, am I running a particularly low number of lands? I don't know. Okay. Just got to complain enough, and then you get given it. Might as well get rid of that before they even get one scry off of it. Start slapping them with that. I mean, this into this is nice. And get all the treasures. Just need to draw the Wrathful Dragon and then we're good. I think we've got to try and see if this can stick. Well, obviously can't get to 27 life this turn. It's only worth 2. Problem is they've got flying blockers for days. At least they'll have to use it. And now they're not going to want to attack with the Valkyrie, maybe. Unless they've got more flyers in their hand, of course. Uh-oh. So that is lethal. So we'll block the highest damage. It's just amazing how much this can change the game. So even 2 of these doesn't get the job done. It does if I attack first, I suppose. Fucking righteous Valkyrie. Just gotta hope they don't draw another one in the top 20. Can put both of these in. No attack for now, although attack would have gotten below 27, I suppose. Probably should have attacked. And shouldn't have attacked. us to 2. Interesting. I don't think I can afford to power up after N7, 8. No. That is a shame. We're so close to being good. I'd love to have a think about what we could have done there. Conductive Current just wasn't enough, so interesting. Maybe the answer is to take a mulligan? Or we ditch Conductive Current and just go for single target spells. Could be better, maybe. But the problem is then we just rely on burn down the house for the sort of combo win. I hope green doesn't beat me down before I can put this into good use. I don't really want 2 of these in our hand, do we? It's looking like we might get beaten down. Maybe removing the copper dragons, they're maybe a bit of a meme for the deck. So I can do 12 damage next turn if I don't have to block with the Extraordinaire, but taking 8 then could be much more if they've got an oddity or something. It's not looking good. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 curve from mono green. I don't think there's much that anyone could do about that. Removing those would be the only thing to do. But just for the meme, I want to slap them and get 12 treasures. Okay, I think my earlier version of the deck was slightly better in that it included the Molten Impact. So I've removed the 2 copper dragons, whatever they're called, and added 2 Molten Impacts back. I think the games where we're struggling are the ones where we're not quite getting the time to get the combo down. Like, we're a combo deck at the end of the day. So as fun as the treasure creating dragon is, I think it had to be removed. To go back to sort of the deck's roots and try and streamline it a little bit. The copper dragon is always a bit win more in this deck. It might be okay in a slightly different dragon's deck, but not where we're trying to achieve this particular win condition. So this is a pretty nice looking hand. It'd be nice if the whelp doesn't get removed because we're on the play, so it could be pretty explosive. We can get Hellkite down and then start using these white. So potentially Esper. Unlikely to be mono white, I would say, but could be. Not with Forsaken though. Why would you want a tap hand? Naya, okay, just a Naya combo or Naya life gain. It's okay. We've got the Molten Impacts back now to deal with the Valkyries. Molten Impact plus the Dragon's Fire should give us plenty of removal now for the big creatures. Yeah, that's okay. We can get back a 4/4 token thing. If indeed we need to. The Conductive Current could do the job for us, I suppose. Rebels. There could be lots of creatures incoming. Okay, that's enough to use Conductive Current. Oh, actually, I guess we're going to need to Molten Impact the Trelasara. And again, 2 life because of the veteran that came out. They're bottoming, that's good. We'll hold that for now. Decline. Just got a slightly tricky navigation against this deck. It's when to use this current. As long as this pulls the life gain payoff, then we need to keep using the impacts. Which obviously they can choose one. Might need to be now, I'd say. Despite the fact they've got a Valkyrie down. I don't mind this trade. And if we don't trade, we do 4 damage. Can put this Whelp back in now. No, kind of want to use all these spells before we start discarding a hand. Definitely want that Molten Impact anyway. It's going to do 6 damage. Oh no. The Valkyries are going to be heaped up or something. Fucking garbage card, honestly. How are you supposed to beat this card if they pull 3 of them? Which is... 51 life. I mean, look. GG. Can't ever get through that amount of life. You need an instant speed removal that does 4 damage. There aren't any that cost 2. You have to cost 3. Black is the only answer, I suppose. Annoying. Okay, let's see if we can turn this funk around. Is that 3 in a row we've lost? Yeah, 3 in a row. I was winning every game with this deck last night. I think I won 7 or 8 in a row. It's life gain, Naya life gain we do not like. I think it will be quite clear in the stats layer. Don't like that angel. This one we don't mind. Finally managed to get a Wrathful Red Dragon. I feel like I haven't seen one in ages. One of our main combo pieces. Sadly, there is nothing to Town-Razer. Look, what was the odds? All mono, all basics. But I need to put a threat of their life total on the board, so. Can't let the Valkyrie get to 27. So we've got 6. can't get both dragons down before doing burn down the house. But I could put this down. Annoying, but you know, that happens. I'm gonna get rid of this. Two can play at the removal game. That's annoying, but not the end of the world as well. It's a tempting trade, but I'd rather have one mana off this, I suppose. Trade one for one and kill the other one, and then we're in just a better board state, aren't we? Don't like it when they hold. I mean, it's probably just a land, but could be a Wandering Emperor. I think we just play this out and get the 3/1/1s. Can block the Whelp if they want. GG. Finally, we broke that problem. Enough removal. Okay, we're going to do play till lose now. Play till lose. What? This is a beautiful hand. Play till lose, and with this type of hand, and we'll smash it. Back up Whelp and everything. Look at this boy. Fearsome. Fearsome as fuck. Ooh. Against Japan. Okay, it's going to be more Naya life gain, is it? Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire. I think overall playing a Town-Razer is going to work out more net damage than Molten Impacting those greeters. Zeatora as well, so this is, okay, a 5-colour deck. Five colours, so it's going to have to be a fast beat down. So we've got 6 damage here. If we can get this Wrathful Red Dragon down next turn. Cabaretti Revels in this deck. Struggling for lands, so they're going to have to keep taking the 2 from that as well. Yep, this is coming down. Can't afford the Abrade as well, sadly. That would have given us the win. Okay, they would have to pull out a amount of miracle for this not to be a win. 5-colour Devilish Ballet combo, is it? Arena only cards. Elysian Caryatid, don't see that very often. Well, I got it up to 4 power. Guess the purpose of this is to use a ballet combo. Right, it's a bit worth trying. Oh, I'd love a crack at that. GG. Okay, play till lose. Get some more fire. Starting hands like that would be good. Fearsome Whelp on the play with another dragon to discount. Oh, we're on the play, but no Fearsome Whelp this turn. And just 2 lands, so we just need the 3rd. I quite like this thing. Seems like, you know, a little bit of additional ramp. Because our top end is now 5, so we're not even that high. So it gets us to that point, hopefully in time for us to gather some more lands up and be able to afford it naturally. But we've got to get the lands to get there. Good. Red Crossroads, so we're probably Jun combo or... Oh, Rakdos. Rakdos Pain. Haven't played that much Rakdos against Anvil. Just a Swashbuckler Extraordinaire. People probably have no idea what we're doing with this deck card, we don't really know. It's just there as a dragon that creates treasure. Also, this is a bloomin'... I just noticed it's a party genius, it's a rogue warrior. I see a party deck. Yeah. I'll take that. Let's stop that being used for any old Nixless creating shenanigans. So, they're struggling for land, so I think we want to put this in. As that's going to be worth a good like 6 damage until they've got enough land that they don't want to sack that. They did get one, but it wasn't black. So they're not using the anvil on the blood token, I'm not sure why. That'll only leave me with 3, won't it? Ah. But it's actually better that we give one of our dragons haste and ramp ourselves than get another dragon in this turn. Arguably putting Manaform and then playing this is better, so we get a 3/3, but the surprise factor and them struggling to remove stuff is nice. I mean, Conductive Current is our win gone for once the Wrathful's down. Or part of it. 3 anvils. I see why they kept their low land hand now. Triple anvil is nasty. So I can spit 3 of these out of turn now. Ah, yeah. Well, if Voltage Surge is your removal, we need to get the Wrathful Red Dragon down. We could abrade one of those anvils, but to be honest, it's probably better off putting this in and swinging. They're taking 2 a turn from their land anyway. So 5, 6. So we could Manaform Hellkite with haste and then abrade our own dragon. That could result in a win. Let's see if they sack their land. So they can gain 3 at any point with these. So they can gain 2. So they can put them on 12. So we need them to take that 2 really. It's a shame. So 9, I think we still win. Oh, we can Conductive Current now as well. So we definitely win. So we'll attack first. It's not going to save you, bro. We've got an extra 9 damage in the tank. Obviously they don't know that, so don't blame them for doing this, but even the Abrade alone would have been enough. Whew. Okay, play till win. Play till lose, I mean. This is where I get carried away by my own hype train. I'm going to believe it's going to be the longest YouTube video ever known to man as I win 70 in a row. And then we get smashed by Donna Bailey 1990. We're on a draw with no whelp. So this is our bad scenario. But we have got 2 lands and a Dragonfire. Yeah, probably a keep. You don't really want to be mulliganing to 6, do we, on the draw? Not when we've got one of these as well, which is our win con. We've got the land now. Well, we need one more in the next 3 turns, which should be achievable. It's a nice start. Hopefully we can kill whatever they put down with our 5 damage Dragon's Fire. We didn't get the 4th land turn 1. Obviously not going to kill the Cultivator, don't care enough about it. Dies to all of our various sweepers. Another bloody Cultivator. Don't care that much about either of them though. In fact, we didn't draw the land the second one. Let's see if we can get the land now. Now this is more what we care about killing. Yeah, we don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Good, they haven't got another one. Or they would have played it for the card draw off the pup. Oh, what? They got one of those fuckers. That is annoying. I mean, I could burn down the house now, couldn't I? Nah. We need to put this down. We need to get going. And if they somehow remove this in a way that doesn't do damage to it, or doesn't give the Liberator indestructible, we'll burn down the house next turn. Read it carefully. It is dangerous. So if we cast this, that gives us 9 in the air after doing 5 next turn, yeah. So this is lethal. We have to block though. Can't let them endlessly draw cards with this. I mean, they could well finish off my Wrathful Red Dragon, but at least their pack leader's dead as well. Just want to see what other removal they have first. We'll stick this in. This gives us a little clock on them as well. Yeah, we'll obviously block. Can pump it, but if that's their whole turn, don't mind that too much. Can start doing some more useful stuff like putting these in. So if we get double this and then cast this, it's a win as well. It's 18 damage in the air. Just had to weather a bit of a storm from the opponent. Oh, come on. Yay. Now we're going to have to burn down the house anyway. Can't be letting them get all their cards back with these wolves. Yeah, need to reduce the cost of these other two dragons. Can hold up the dragon's fire for any shenanigans. That counts as shenanigans. That's probably going to be a concede from them, I don't know. Yeah. Whew. Okay, continue on. Play till lose. We were surprisingly resilient there. I think I must have restarted Arena about 5 times today due to this sound bug. It's genuinely getting worse. Thonio, let's see if you can end my killer run from the draw, but we've got this into this and this. Let's just see what horrible things the opponent can do to my beautiful Fearsome Whelp. Look at him. Double white, maybe a Fateful Absence for my Whelp, or a March. March would be costly. Poor little Whelp. Fatefully absenced. Now. We're not playing that game, are we? We're not about that life. How many times do I have to say how much we hate this card? I don't want to show this one. It tells them too much about what I'm doing, even though it's 1 more damage. Could have shown this one, but it wouldn't have done so good. Mono white life gain. Can you be any more soulless? Let's see your Skyclave apparition. Or whatever nonsense removal you're running. Oh, okay, we will see it. Just under this other broken card. Bloody Inquisitor Captain. No! Very nice Wrathful Red Dragon. Hands off, my boy. Good. Get that life total down. Stop the draws. So we gave them the very tempting whelp to block. So we've got 5, 6, 5, 6. We need 1 more for this, and the den is obviously tapped. We'll probably draw more land because we're flooding. So why wouldn't we? Oh no. That's got Doomscar written all over it, but then Doomscar Inquisitor Captain? No. Inquisitor Captain? Doomscar? Surely not. Surely not. I mean, I know it will be, but surely not. Kill that, get him 6. Try and get them to use this Doomscar, if that is what it. Ooh. Could get him for 10. Why not? 2 cards to draw to put the Wrathful Red Dragon in, and I don't even know if I want to put it in just yet. I want to know what this Foretold card is. It's going to be, if it's Starnheim, which I guess it could be. That's 2 4/4s. But I want to know before I play my Red Dragon. It is a Doomscar. How are you playing Doomscar and Inquisitor Captain? I honestly don't understand. There's some level of crazy is happening here. Okay, the fact they played a creature is kind of good. It probably means they don't want to sweep again. But they probably have a point removal spell for this beautiful dragon. But let's see. How many of these do they got? What? 67 cards? What is happening here? They've drawn 2 and their deck is massive. There's only this, right? And March, that's point removal in white. Come on now. Come on now. No more of this. I guess this is how Inquisitor Captain is working, because they've got so many cards in their deck. They can also run spells, because they've got I literally never. So as long as there's 20, yeah. So you just put all the creatures you want and spells on top, and then just make sure. I mean, we're actually going to lose to this, unless we draw Burn Down the House now or Conductive Current. It's nice as well. That'll do. I'll stop complaining now about this absolute whatever deck that is being made. Put it to the bottom. Yes. Oh my god, I never thought I'd see the day that we got this Abrade. I mean, we are running them for exactly that card, or that card plus Key to the Archive, but still, any 4 Gusting enchantments that win the game. So we're presenting lethal after it looked like we had lost. It's because I said play to lose. I'm going to be playing forever. Should do some work at some point. This is it, isn't it? This is the line. If they have another Faithful Absence, and they've still got over 60 cards left in their deck. That's pretty good too. That is pretty good too.
Protect my people.
Should have
This is what you get for hurting my people.
done it after I chose the target for the 1/1. I can't complain about their top deck. We top decked heroically. Oh god, Jesus. If that is a Brutal Cathar or Skyclave Apparition. It's not, but it does block, but yeah, we can still cast our dragon, which means we still have
See you later.
thankfully. I would have lost the plot. Oh my goodness. Can't believe how close that was. Play to lose. Look. We're doing it. Come on in, Tyler. Let's see if you can stand up to the force of the dragons. On the draw again. But it's a keep, I think. Got some answers for some early game shit. And this can actually be used as a spell, given we've still got 3 other lands. Ooh, Temir could be against the Dragons deck. Oh, it is indeed a Dragons deck. We're not having that bullshit. Get that Wrathful Red bashing away, please. The Lapis one. Orb of Dragonkind. Two Whelps. It's sort of tempting because this next time will cost 3 and this costs 2. We can drop the whole board. Does cost us a little bit of damage, but we're not winning next turn anyway. Let's see what they be putting down. Hopefully they struggle to get to 6, so they can't cast the Miriam or whatever it's called. The Temio one. I'd hate to lose that card. It's got Ward 2, which makes it slightly painful. Even if we've got, well, we don't actually have anything that can remove it, do we? Not 2 Dragon's Fire, surely. I mean, if it is, at least they're gone. Return it to hand. Sword Coast Dragon. How are you ever getting to 7? I think it's this time it's this, isn't it? Because they're on 13. Next turn they'll be lower. The way to remove stuff is going to be damage, so got to 5 for a gold span. Be a very dangerous move for them to attack though, wouldn't it? And give them no shits, not that. One, 2, 3. Oh no. Because then I'll have to use the treasure to cast something. So close. If they attack now, we can block with the whelp and kill them. I can't think of a way they're getting out of this. Return the Wrathful Dragon to hand and then do some stuff. Then attack and then this is getting hasted even if they return it to hand and thrown out of their face. Good luck, Tyler. Play to lose. did figure something like that might happen. I want to keep this one. So they block, chump, yeah. Cool. Okay. Kick Sam. 56 420. On the play. Probably the worst hand we've had so far, but we've got 3 lands on the play with removal. Can't really give that up. Double Town-Razer can be pretty punishing as well. Especially when opening the crossroads. There's our 4th land, that's nice, we know we're not missing it. Just no more please. Double Den. It's just tempting to remove that, isn't it? I think we will. Because I always make the mistake of leaving them around and then they gain life off of it, they get triggers, and it's just harder to burn them out with Town-Razer. Pressure this one green, I think. So maybe we go 5 and then turn 6 as these 2 if we draw a land next turn. That'll be our line, I think. Although having the second Town-Razer down earlier is better. Might be something we need to remove anyway. Let's see. The thing is, unless it's really going to combo into loads of life gain, there's not lots that I want to remove. Basically, I want to remove the Angel. I'm very glad we removed that other Innkeeper now. Fucking we're removing that because we can't after this turn. We're already up to 26 life, look. This is sick. We've actually got another one. This could be it. This could be it. Lost Naya life gain is the bane of this deck's existence. This thing's going to be indestructible by the time I can even have a go, I think. If it gets there, we're literally lost. Yeah, there's 2 more go. Like, this is going to be indestructible. There we go. GG. Okay, let's have a quick look at the stats, because I have played a lot of games with this deck, so our stats are quite well rounded out. So, I have played, 46 games with this deck. There's some quite telling signs. Firstly, the last version, which I played 7 with, has done a lot better. So getting rid of this Copper Dragon and putting a bit more removal in is definitely what we needed. The versions where I was playing with it in were doing worse. The earlier ones are actually better. You know, so I think I wrecked the deck in the middle, sadly, for these 13 games, and I got quite a bad win rate. So I think this is skewing my overall win rate a little bit when I had this bad version of the deck. But even with that, my 61% win rate, I reckon this is going to be close to 70% overall if you actually, once I play this through a few more times. But look, here's the telling signs. 7-0 against Gruul. So this is like basically any werewolves or basically any creature Gruul decks we are crushing. I think that is because we have so much removal and sweepers. Naya we are struggling against. Naya basically means life gain. It's hard, it's painful to play against, it's difficult, because our tactic is to burn them out. We're mono red, so yeah, we're struggling. The other one that we will always struggle against is this Jund combo deck. I have tried to tweak it now to be as effective against that as possible with 6 instant speed removal spells, and without having the smouldering eggs and things, but yeah, this isn't quite up to date with the latest changes, but it's still, they can go off and win on turn 3 if you get unlucky. So I think until that deck gets nerfed, that's always going to be a hard matchup. You just got to try and wait, see it coming, and then kill off their the one creature they've managed to reduce the cost of, and hope that that's enough. But it isn't always. Sometimes they can even reduce the cost of 2 with Racketeer Boss. So I think Racketeer Boss will probably get nerfed to be 1 creature or something. That'll make the deck a lot less reliable, or I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we've had a very nice sort of win streak. I think this deck will get me all the way up to Diamond, and then we'll see how it fares there. But it's a really, really good fun to play. It only really involves the crafting of 1 new rare, which is this one, out of the Baldur's Gate set. And yeah, I think I'd recommend having a go with it. And yeah, if you've got any feedback on it, either the video, the deck, or anything else that you'd like to see, if you hate Alchemy, you can feel free to tell me. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe, and I will see you next time.